Carrig is a young shapeshifter who lives with his family in the mountains. Even though he can turn into a human, he lives as a cougar and is not allowed to meet humans. But slowly, he starts feeling curious about humans. He wants to know more about them. So one day, he leaves his real family and gets adopted by a human family. One morning, he is having breakfast with his new parents and siblings. At that time, Carrig reads a news story in the newspaper about animal attacks. They find out that many strange accidents with different animals have been happening recently. Later that morning, Carrig says goodbye to Marlin and Donald. Then he gets into the car with his adoptive mother. Melody also insists on coming with them as they go to Carrig's new school. During the journey, Carrig notices something strange. 2 crows are following them. He starts wondering if those crows are also shapeshifters. By evening, the family stops at a hotel to rest after the long trip, but the crows are still following them. At night, Carrig hears a noise coming from outside. He walks to the window, trying to understand what is happening. At that moment, Carrig sees a group of wolves running toward an alley. Suddenly, the lights in the nearby building turn off. In the morning, the family gets back on the road. After a few hours, they finally reach Clearwater High. When Carrig gets out of the car, his doubt becomes true. He finds out that the crows who were following them are actually students from the same school. Just then, the school principal, Lisa Clearwater, comes to greet him. After welcoming him, she asks how Anna Riston found him. She explains that Carrig's real parents were never found. A few years ago, when Anna was working as a social worker, she got a call to rescue him. When she saw him scared and not trusting anyone, she decided to adopt him. She also convinced her husband to accept Carrig into their family. When Carrig was about to start high school, Anna got an invitation to send him to Clearwater High. She thought it would be a good chance for him to make new friends, because he always felt lonely and out of place in the city. After answering Anna's questions, Lisa asks to talk to Carrig alone. Then she tells him that she already knows his secret. She says that everyone in this school is a shapeshifter, so now he does not need to hide his transformations anymore. Suddenly, the school alarm starts ringing. The principal leaves to see what is happening. At that moment, she finds Anna and Melody walking around the campus. She asks her assistant to take them away because that area is not allowed. Seeing so many animals of different kinds together, Carrig feels very happy because he has never seen so many shapeshifters in one place before. While walking in the school hallways, Carrig meets Jeffrey and his group. Right away, they don't like each other and become enemies. But James comes just in time and stops the fight. After being introduced to the whole school, Anna says goodbye to her son. As she and Melody walk back to the car, Andrew Milling, the rich man who supports the school, arrives on campus. After saying goodbye to his family, Carrig meets Andrew. He tells him that he left his life in the mountains to live with humans because he felt something was missing, and he could not feel complete if he stayed a cougar forever. When Carrig reaches his room, he is told about the school rules. As soon as the principal leaves, a squirrel appears at the window. Carrig opens the window, and the squirrel comes inside and introduces herself. Holly tells him that she is his guide. Then she takes him to his first shape-shifting class. Before the class starts, Mr. Elwood tells everyone that they can only use their powers during class. He also warns them to be very careful so that humans do not see them while they are transforming. Since Carrig is new, he is chosen to show his powers first. But before he can do anything, Brandon transforms. The Bison Boy struggles to control his powers and cannot stay in human form for long. Seeing how easily Brandon transformed, Carrig starts feeling nervous. He decides to give up because he feels disconnected from his animal form. But with Lys's help, Carrig remembers his past life. He remembers walking in the forest with his real family. After that, he finally transforms into his true form. Then the principal tells everyone to transform. At that moment, Carrig realizes that he is in a school full of wolves. Lisa then explains that in this school, Carrig will learn how to live with both his human side and his animal side. She says he will become someone who connects both worlds. A few hours later, while resting in his room, Carrig gets a visit from Brandon. He finds out that Brandon will be his new roommate. Suddenly, Holly comes in and tells them it's time to go to the cafeteria. After getting his food, Carrig meets Dorian, a boy who can turn into a cat. Before coming to Clearwater High, Dorian used to live as a pet in a human family. One day, he was caught opening a can of sardines, and that is how his secret was found. After Carrig shows his animal form, other students start respecting him more, but at the same time, weaker animals begin to fear him. Because of this, some students start staying away from him, as his presence feels like a big threat. Bo, whose animal form is small and weak, tries to avoid trouble, but he ends up having a problem with Jeffrey. Seeing Bo in danger, Carrig steps in to protect him and gets into trouble. The wolves try to scare Carrig, but James comes again and calms the situation. That night, Carrig is dreaming about his family. Suddenly, Brandon wakes him up. Brandon had transformed in his sleep and accidentally broke his own bed. He says this usually happens once or twice every week. Hearing this, Carrig understands that his nights are not going to be very peaceful. The next day, during combat class, Berta and Brandon are chosen for a fight, but before the fight even begins, Brandon runs away from the battlefield. Even though he is a very strong animal, he clearly says that he is a pacifist and does not like fighting at all. Because of this, Carrig is chosen to take his place in the fight. When Andre sees that Carrig is not confident and feels unsure about his own abilities, he decides to help him. He gives Carrig a small bag that has cougar scent in it and tells him to inhale it. After smelling it, Carrig transforms into his animal form. Then he steps into the battlefield. Even though he is much smaller than Berta, he shows his strength and slowly takes control of the situation. After that, Leroy and Dorian are called to fight each other. But as soon as Dorian smells the very bad odor coming from his opponent, he immediately runs away from the fight. Because of this, he gives up the victory without even trying. At the end of the class, Andrew comes to talk to Carrig. He offers to guide him and become his mentor. He gives him the same small bag again and tells him that he has a very promising future ahead. Jeffrey sees all this and feels jealous because Andrew is giving Carrig more attention than the other students. So he decides to challenge Carrig. He tells him to fight against two wolves and says that if Carrig wins, they will leave him alone. Later in the evening, Carrig goes with his new friends to the treehouse. There he tells them that he is going to take part in the fight against the wolves. When Brandon hears this, he gets worried and thinks that Carrig might get expelled from the school, but Carrig says that he is tired of listening to all the taunts and does not want to back down. When Polly understands that she cannot stop him, she says that she will be there to support him. Brandon also says that he is excited and cannot wait to see those wolves get defeated. So that night, the three of them quietly sneak out of the dormitory. Before transforming, Carrig smells the small bag again. Then he changes into his animal form. When he reaches the place that was decided for the fight, he asks who the two wolves are that will fight him, but very soon, he realizes that it is actually a trap. Instead of just two wolves, Jeffrey is there with his entire group surrounding him. Even after seeing this, Carrig still does not step back and decides to face them. Even though Carrig is stronger than the wolves, he gets attacked from behind. After that, all the wolves come together and attack him at the same time. Seeing Carrig in danger, Holly pushes Brandon off the cliff so he can go and help him. While Brandon distracts the wolves, Carrig attacks them. At that moment, Jeffrey and his group have no choice but to step back and accept defeat. The next morning, during class, James notices that some students are injured. He tells them to go to the infirmary. When he asks how they got hurt, they all give different excuses, but it is clear they were injured in a fight. Just when Carrig is about to be called by the principal to explain what happened, he gets an invitation to go for a walk with Andrew. During the walk, Carrig realizes that Andrew already knows everything that happened the previous night. Andrew tells him that a true cougar should not need help to defeat those wolves, even if it was 4 against 1. Since Carrig left his real family at a young age, he never learned how to hunt. So Andrew decides to teach him because he wants him to become a real predator. After that, Andrew brings him back to school. Lisa gets angry at Andrew and tells him not to give special attention to any student. Then she talks to Carrig and tells him that if he wants to stay in the school, he must follow the rules like everyone else. She clearly tells him not to fight with other students outside of class again. As soon as Lisa leaves, Holly and Brandon come and ask what happened. During their talk, Carrig sees Lou walking toward the forest. He quickly follows her, and they both find some teachers talking about the recent animal attacks. The teachers believe that these attacks are not done by normal animals, which means shapeshifters are involved. They also say that if humans find out about this, it will become impossible for humans and shapeshifters to live peacefully together. So Lisa and the Woodwalker Council need to make a plan to stop these attacks. While walking back, Carrig says that when he stayed in a nearby town with his mother and sister, he saw 4 wolves attacking humans. He believes those wolves were Jeffrey and his group. The next day, as planned, Andrew takes Carrig to the forest to teach him. He explains that the more Carrig transforms, the easier it will be for him to control both his human and animal sides. This will help him become better in both forms. Before starting the hunt, Andrew tells him that a cougar must choose its prey and slowly move into position to set a trap. This helps in a successful attack. After catching a deer, both of them share the meal. Later, while walking back to school, Andrew tells Carrig that he once had a daughter, and if she were alive, she would be the same age as him. That day, during recess, Lou notices that Carrig has not eaten his lunch and asks if he is not hungry. At that moment, Carrig tells her that he went hunting with Andrew in the morning and caught his first prey. Hearing this, Lou suddenly gets up and leaves. She remembers the day when her mother was attacked by a cougar, and since then, her mother has not been able to walk properly. Trying to fix things, Carrig decides to go after Lou. He follows her into the forest, but he is not able to catch up with her. In the evening, while trying to sleep in his room, Carrig hears Jeffrey howling. When he looks out of the window, he realizes that the wolves are planning something. To find out what they are doing, Carrig decides to follow them. He follows them all the way to a nearby town. There, the wolves scare away a security guard and break into a factory. Carrig catches them in the act. When the wolves realize that Carrig is following them, they all come together to attack him. But just before the fight starts, Andrew arrives and stops everything. He tells all the students to get into the car. The wolves are taken back to school, and Carrig is called for a private talk. During the conversation, Carrig finds out that Andrew is the one behind all the attacks. He feels very disappointed and says that he should never have trusted him. Andrew then tells his story. A few years ago, his wife and daughter were walking in the forest when a hunter killed them. Since that day, he has started hating humans. He believes that humans have taken over the world and treated animals badly, causing many species to disappear. For the last 50 years, the Woodwalker Council has tried to make humans protect nature and animals, but nothing has changed. Instead, things have only become worse. Because of this, Andrew decided to take matters into his own hands. At that moment, Sheila comes in to serve dinner, and Carrig notices that she has a mechanical leg. Andrew explains that Sheila is a snake shapeshifter who was hit by a car while she was in her animal form. During dinner, Andrew invites Carrig to join his plan, but Carrig clearly says that he does not want to hurt anyone. Hearing this, Andrew explains that his goal is not to harm humans, but to damage their machines so they cannot continue projects that may harm animals. After this, Carrig promises that he will keep everything they talked about a secret. He also says that he needs some time to think about Andrew's offer. The next morning, Carrig helps Brandon practice his fighting skills. While running through the forest and crashing into things, Brandon accidentally gets hit by Carrig's parents, who have come after traveling for a few days to visit him at Clearwater High. Seeing Brandon coming to say sorry, Carrig quickly tries to hide what happened and takes his parents to show them his room. As soon as Anna enters the room, she sees a squirrel going through her things. At that moment, the principal comes and tells her that there are fixed visiting hours. Before leaving, Anna says that she will stay in a nearby town for the whole weekend and invites Carrig to come with her. Carrig quickly agrees and says goodbye to his family, as they need to get their car repaired. As soon as his family leaves, Carrig gets a call from Andrew. He invites him to take part in an event happening that weekend, but Carrig tells him that he will spend the weekend with his parents and also says that he does not like the idea of harming humans. After hearing this, Andrew cuts the call. Then Carrig decides to go to the forest to clear his mind while practicing his transformation. Hours later, after walking many miles, Carrig meets Wing. He finds out that everyone was worried because he had disappeared. While they are talking, a drone appears. Wing quickly tells Carrig to run because a hunter has sent dogs to track him. Carrig runs for some time and then hides in the trees, but the drone is still following him. To help Carrig escape, Wing destroys the drone. After that, Carrig keeps running. After a while, he stops to rest, and Shadow throws him some clothes so he can change back into his human form. With the help of his friends, Carrig finally makes it back to school. But just as he reaches the campus, he faints because he is too tired. Andrew finds him and takes him to his house so he can rest. When Carrig wakes up, he tells Andrew everything that happened in the forest. He starts thinking that maybe his real family faced the same fate as Andrew's wife and daughter. This thought makes him very angry, and he decides to support Andrew's plan and help him fight against humans. Before leaving for his first mission, Carrig finds out that Andrew has already sent some shapeshifters to look for his real family. He promises that if they are alive, they will be found soon. Soon after, Carrig gets a call from his adoptive mother. She tells him that she has to cancel their trip because she remembered an important appointment. Just then, Brandon and Holly come to see him and say they were worried, but Carrig tells them to leave. After driving for some time, the group reaches a mine. Andrew then divides everyone into teams. He tells Carrig to keep the forest animals away from the area. At the same time, Jeffrey and the other wolves are told to make sure the workers leave so no one gets hurt. While scaring away some rabbits nearby, Carrig suddenly sees that his parents are setting up a camp close to that place. He starts thinking about how to protect them. Scared, he calls Andrew. Andrew tells him that he has seen his family and assures him that they are safe. Meanwhile, the workers see the wolves moving around angrily. Feeling scared and thinking they might be attacked, they quickly leave the place in a pickup truck. As soon as the workers leave, Dan gets into the vehicle to push down the stacked logs. Keurig quickly begs him to stop because he is scared that his family might get hurt. At that moment, Brandon and Holly arrive to help him. When the wolves see Shadow and Wing flying above, they get scared of being reported to the principal and decide to run away. The pack leaves the mission and escapes from the mine. Just then, Lou comes and tries to convince Derek that there are better ways to shut down the mine. She says that if they destroy everything, humans will want revenge. But instead of listening, Derek pushes her away and is suddenly attacked by the crows. Angry, Derek transforms into a grizzly bear. Brandon joins the fight to protect his friends. With Holly's help, Keurig pushes Dan out of the vehicle and turns into a cougar to chase him away. But at that moment, Andrew appears and removes the wood blocking the wheels, allowing the vehicle to move again. Feeling betrayed, Andrew jumps on Keurig, and they both start fighting. Suddenly, Keurig sees the logs rolling down toward the valley where is his family. He immediately stops fighting and runs to save them, even risking his own life. When Anna hears the logs coming down, she tells everyone to hide. But Melody cannot hear her because she is wearing headphones. Seeing the logs coming toward her, Melody starts screaming. But at the last moment, Keurig saves her. Anna runs to find her daughter and feels relieved when she sees that Melody is safe. Melody tells her that a cougar saved her, but Donald thinks she is confused. After some time, Lou and her friends find Keurig lying in the forest and think he might be dead. But when he opens his eyes, everyone feels relieved. Keurig quickly runs to check if his family is safe. Then Andrew comes and says that he was nearby with Keurig when the accident happened. He calls a helicopter to take the family to the hospital, and everyone leaves safely without getting hurt. After his family is safe, Keurig gets angry and says he will tell the principal the truth about who is behind the attacks. To stop him, Andrew tells Keurig that he has found his real family in the mountains of Yellowstone, but he will only tell him the exact location if Keurig promises to keep everything that happened a secret. Soon after, Lisa arrives there. Andrew tells her that Derek, his assistant, was the one who secretly planned the attack on humans. Lisa does not fully believe that Andrew was not involved in the mine destruction, but when she hears that the police are coming, she decides to leave. Before going, she says that she will properly investigate everything that happened. When everyone returns to school, the students are welcomed like heroes because the news has already spread that they saved the day. So, what do you think about this movie? Tell us in the comments below. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie recaps. See you in the next video.